What if the laws shaping your life weren't written by elected officials alone? What if behind every major policy, tax laws, healthcare rules, environmental decisions, there were unseen forces pulling the strings? This is not a conspiracy. It's a system. A system where influence is currency, where access means power, and where decisions are often made long before they reach a vote. Welcome to the hidden world of lobbying, where laws are quietly rewritten, and the public rarely sees it happening. At its core, lobbying is simple. It's the act of influencing government decisions. Companies, organizations, and interest groups hire professionals, called lobbyists, to advocate for their interests. In countries like the United States, lobbying is legal. It's even protected under the right to petition the government. But legality doesn't always mean transparency. Because while lobbying can represent public interests, it is often dominated by those with the most resources. And that's where the real story begins. In the world of lobbying, money is influence. Corporations spend billions each year to shape policies. Organizations like Open Secrets track these numbers, and they reveal a powerful truth. The more you spend, the louder your voice becomes. Lobbyists fund campaigns, support political action committees, build relationships with lawmakers. And while this is legal, it creates an uneven playing field. Because ordinary citizens don't have millions to spend. One of the most controversial aspects of lobbying is what experts call the revolving door. It describes a system where individuals move between positions of public office and private influence. Politicians leave government roles and become lobbyists, using their insider knowledge and connections to influence policy. At the same time, lobbyists enter government positions and become policymakers, bringing with them the interests and perspectives of the organizations they once represented. This creates a continuous cycle, one where insiders understand exactly how power operates and how to navigate it for strategic advantage. Organizations like Center for Responsive Politics have documented how widespread this practice is. While it remains legal in many cases, it raises serious concerns about transparency, accountability, and trust. It forces an important question. When decisions are being made, who are these officials truly working for? The public or powerful interests behind the scenes? Here's something most people don't realize. Lobbyists don't just influence laws, they sometimes help write them. Policy drafts, amendments, technical language. These are often shaped with input from industry experts, many of whom are lobbyists. Because lawmakers rely on expertise, and lobbyists provide it. But that expertise comes with a perspective, one that often favors specific interests. And so laws are shaped before the public ever sees them. Lobbying isn't just about money, it's fundamentally about information. Lobbyists play a powerful role by providing lawmakers with research, data, and detailed policy analysis that help shape decisions. On the surface, this support can seem valuable, even necessary in a complex political environment. But information is rarely neutral. It can be framed, filtered, and presented in ways that favor specific interests. Selective data is highlighted while opposing evidence may be minimized. Strategic messaging is crafted to influence perception. Carefully constructed narratives are designed to guide thinking in a particular direction. Over time, these inputs shape how lawmakers understand issues and what they come to believe is the best course of action. Because in politics, the way a story is told can be just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the truth itself. Lobbying doesn't stop in government buildings, it extends far beyond, reaching into the everyday lives of the public. Through advertising campaigns, think tanks, and carefully shaped media narratives, influence is projected outward to shape how people think and what they believe. Institutions such as the Brookings Institution and the Pew Research Center often contribute to these discussions, sometimes directly through research and reports, and other times indirectly through the ideas they introduce into public discourse. Over time, public opinion becomes a powerful tool. When people begin to support a policy, politicians are far more likely to align with that sentiment. In this way, influence doesn't just operate behind closed doors, it spreads outward, shaping society quietly yet effectively. Lobbying exists in a legal framework. There are rules, disclosure requirements, spending limits, ethics guidelines, but enforcement varies, and loopholes exist. Critics argue the system favors the powerful. Supporters argue it allows all voices to be heard. So which is it? A tool of democracy? Or a system of imbalance? The answer depends on who you ask. As technology evolves, so does lobbying, becoming more sophisticated, data-driven, and far less visible to the public eye. Modern lobbying now leverages advanced data analytics, social media influence, and AI-driven messaging to shape opinions and decisions at scale. Campaigns are no longer broad, they are precise, targeting specific groups with tailored narratives designed to influence behavior. This new era introduces invisible influence, where algorithmic persuasion quietly guides what people see, think, and believe. Messages are personalized, strategic, and often unnoticed. The next generation of lobbying may be more subtle than ever, but also far more powerful. The question is no longer just who holds power, but how that power is used, and who truly controls the narrative. Lobbying is not hidden, but it is often misunderstood. It shapes laws, guides decisions, influences the future, and while it can serve good, it can also concentrate power. So the real question is not whether lobbying exists. It's whether we truly understand how it shapes the world around us. If this opened your eyes, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep global stories, and tell me in the comments, do you think lobbying strengthens democracy or weakens it?